Limitless Finance. Master your money.
Hey everyone, and welcome to today's Explainer. If you've been following crypto for a while, you already know that rapid change is basically the only constant, right? But the transformation we've witnessed from 2018 to 2026, it's not just some passing trend. It is a massive structural overhaul. We're talking about an entire industry moving from what was essentially a largely unregulated, totally chaotic frontier straight into an era heavily influenced by institutional capital, stringent regulations, and some incredibly rigorous technical security.
Okay, let's dive right into this. Here's our roadmap for today. First up, the crypto Wild West. Second, the arrival of regulation. Third, securing smart contracts. Fourth, the 2026 altcoin landscape. And finally, balancing risk and reward.
Section 1, the crypto Wild West. To really appreciate where the market is today, we absolutely have to understand the unregulated chaos that defined the landscape back in 2018. While the early days obviously laid the foundation, it was that rapid market expansion leading into 2018 that created, well, a perfect breeding ground for manipulation. You had a total market cap exceeding $800 billion sitting in a highly speculative environment, which essentially just rolled out the red carpet for bad actors. Price manipulation wasn't just happening in the shadows, it was practically a public sport on social platforms, peaking right before the heavy institutional rules of 2026 finally came into play.
220. Think about that for a second. Back in early 2018, that is how many completely unregulated cryptocurrency exchanges were actively operating. Researchers were tracking nearly 2,000 different coins bouncing around across this totally fractured ecosystem. The barrier to entry was basically zero, and with regulators mostly taking a hands-off approach at the time, this highly fragmented landscape provided the absolute perfect, frictionless conditions for scammers to operate at a frankly unbelievable scale.
So how did they actually do it? Well, the mechanics of these pump and dumps were highly methodical. First, a signal drops in a Telegram or Discord channel. Insiders instantly coordinate to buy up a specific, usually super obscure coin. That sudden spike in activity, that acts as bait. It attracts outside buyers who think they're front-running a legitimate rally. Then, the original pumpers dump their holdings for a massive profit, leaving those outside buyers completely holding the bag as the price crashes back to near zero. And the absolute kicker here, organizers even sold tiered premium memberships where people literally paid real money just to become the bait. No way, right?
And this brilliantly illustrates exactly how they pulled it off. When researchers crunched the data, a very clear strategy emerged. Trying to manipulate the top 75 coins, that yielded a tiny median price increase of maybe 3.5 to 4.8%. But targeting highly obscure, thinly traded penny coins ranked outside the top 500, that median increase jumped to over 20%. This matters because illiquidity was literally a scammer's best friend. It takes significantly less capital to artificially inflate the price of a dormant asset, maximizing their exit liquidity before the inevitable collapse.
Section 2. The arrival of regulation.
Fast forward to today, and the days of unregulated chat rooms dictating market movements have largely been replaced by strict compliance. A major turning point here is the European Union's Markets in Crypto Assets, or MiCA, rules, which went into full effect in July 2026. These regulations set incredibly high bars for operation. For anyone watching this space, the takeaway is crystal clear. The era of a scrappy startup launching a token over a weekend? Yeah, that is largely over, at least in the EU. We're actually seeing a massive wave of industry mergers right now simply because smaller crypto firms cannot afford the cost of compliance, which is paving the way for established traditional financial institutions to step in with total legal certainty.
And this shift completely reframes how traditional finance views digital assets. Prajit Nanu, the CEO of Nium, noted that stablecoins have historically been treated like a drug trying to solve 20 different problems. But the real opportunity moving forward? It isn't in speculative retail trading pairs. Instead, banks and large corporations are now viewing stablecoins as a serious corporate settlement layer. They see it as a highly efficient treasury mechanism to move money instantly across global entities, all completely within these new regulatory boundaries.
Section 3. Securing smart contracts.
But regulation is really only half of the maturation process. The other half is deeply technical. Because despite all of the industry's growth, vulnerabilities remain a massive hurdle. In just the first half of 2026 alone, the industry lost a staggering $935.3 million to hacks. That is a mind-blowing amount of money. And what's absolutely crucial to understand here is that over 82% of these losses were driven by trust failures. We aren't talking about your standard phishing or social engineering scams here. We're talking about logical errors or fatal exploits baked directly into the smart contracts themselves.
So developers can no longer just deploy code and hope for the best. Securing smart contracts in 2026 requires this complex, multi-layered defense narrative of escalating security. It usually starts with property-based fuzzing tools, like Echidna, to aggressively test unexpected inputs. Then, it scales up to static analysis tools like Slither, which scans the code against dozens of known vulnerability detectors. And finally, at the absolute highest level of assurance, we see formal verification via tools like Halmos, which actually uses advanced symbolic execution to mathematically prove a contract's underlying logic. This whole infrastructure has matured exponentially just to protect institutional capital.
Section 4. The 2026 altcoin landscape.
Okay, so what does the actual market look like now? Today's market is driven by actual utility and institutional backing. The catalyst for 2026 basically function as interconnected gears driving the space forward. It starts with ETF expansion, providing regulated pathways that allow massive institutional liquidity to flow right into the market. That liquidity then directly fuels the boom in real-world asset tokenization, which already saw over $33 billion in growth as traditional finance moves bonds and equities on-chain. And powering all of this complex data is the convergence of AI and blockchain, utilizing decentralized networks for heavy-duty AI compute and really rigorous data verification.
Based on those interconnected catalysts, market analysts have highlighted 5 projects they believe embody these current trends. Now, to be clear, we are just looking at market expectations here. This is definitely not an endorsement of these assets. They point to Ethereum as the dominant institutional backbone. Solana is noted for its high-speed ecosystem, holding nearly $5 billion in total value locked. Chainlink is highlighted as the crucial data layer enabling that massive RWA tokenization boom we just talked about. Arbitrum leads the charge in Ethereum Layer 2 scaling, while Sui is flagged as a high-risk, high-reward Layer 1 challenging the status quo with a really strong focus on next-generation gaming.
Section 5. Balancing risk and reward.
Despite all this structural maturation we've covered, we have to remember the crypto market remains a volatile landscape of extremes. The source material frequently notes market expectations of 10x to 100x returns during bull cycles. But, and this is a huge but, this must absolutely be weighed against the brutal reality of historic bear market drawdowns, where assets routinely lose 80 to 95% of their value. And here is why this matters to you. Just because institutional capital is now participating, it doesn't mean retail investors are suddenly protected from these massive, sudden cycles of value destruction. And honestly, one of the biggest risks isn't just market volatility, it's regulatory uncertainty. This is the ongoing threat that new laws or unfavorable legal decisions could completely stall market adoption. Think about it. You can have the fastest, most mathematically secure smart contract in the whole world, but if regulatory pressure in key global markets overwhelms its growth story, the technology simply cannot succeed at scale.
The technology is undeniably stronger, the auditing tools are so much sharper, and the laws are clearer than ever before. But the wild heart of the market definitely still beats. So, it leaves us with one pretty provocative question. Has crypto finally been tamed or just repackaged? I'll let you chew on that one. Thanks for joining me for today's Explainer, and I'll catch you next time.
Assless Finance. Master your money.